Alright guys, hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today is another Arrowverse recap. If you don't know that, then where have you been? Like I've been saying, this is the third season, so I mean... Okay, anyway, today we're going to go over Batwoman and Supergirl episode 8, and Flash episode 8, and Arrow episode 7. I was going to say Oliver episode 7, but that's not what it is. So, without further ado, Batwoman episode 8, otherwise entitled A Mad Tea Party. So the episode starts off with Batwoman taking down a freaking rabbit person and taking his jacket, which had a phone in it, so they can track it to find where the phone has been in the past few days. So they find Alice, and so Kate goes to Alice and talks to them about, they just reconnect. She sees a photo and you're like, you've kept this ever since. What? Yeah. Jacob is taken by the rabbits, and then there's a gala for Catherine. Mary and Kate talk about family, and like, how many people have I killed? None. How many people have Alice killed? A lot. Something like that. Kate goes to Jacob, which is Mouse, and is like, you getting back with Catherine? And he's like, Mouse is like, yeah. And Alice is holding Jacob in the old house, in the house that she was trapped in for 20 or so years. Jacob said that he failed Beth. I didn't circle it. Okay. Oh yeah, the threat is obviously Alice. Kate's mission is to find Alice, and Alice's mission is to divide the family. Alright, anyway. Kate is angry, and so she's chugging it and is like, that's not what my dad would do. So she realizes that it's Mouse, and so yeah. Tyler is freaked about Sophie and Kate dating in the past, and so Kate tells Sophie about the Mouse, and then Mouse shoots them with tranquilizer darts. The car ride, she's like, Mary is like, hey, look at my family, yeah, what up? Yeah. Kate goes to Alice about Dad. It's like, where is he? Yeah. Kate finds the good in Beth, because if you were truly bad, then you would have forgotten about that picture. Whatever. Oh, Jack, and so Kate gets to the old house, but then he's not hanging anymore. So, there's no Crow at the gala, but it looks like it's Crow, but it's not Crow, you know what I mean? Probably not. So Alice doesn't kill Sophie because Kate would never forgive Alice. Alice is at the gala. Okay, so you know how Mary's a freaking doctor, right? So when okay, so apparently Alice poisoned the wine, and so Catherine drank it earlier, and so Catherine got poisoned, and so Mary is not helping her mom being a doctor. Bat versus Crow / rabbits, because they are rabbit people dudes. Tyler and Sophie escape. Apparently there's a okay. So Project 4782 is the key. The cure, I guess. I don't know, but Alice has the cure for Catherine. But then Mary also drank it, like I said earlier, and so they're both poisoned. But the cure is only enough for one person. Catherine accepts her fate, and so she pushes the cure to Mary. And so, yeah. But then, okay, so this whole time, Mouse isn't around. He's like, yada, 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 and it's me, yada, yada, yada. And then Jake wakes up in a car, and then he gets arrested. So that's the whole Jacob storyline done. But, Cat is hiring? What? What? I don't know what it's working, but, Alice's plan was to kill Cat all along. Cat knew about Mary as being the clinic. Mary hates Kate now. And yeah, Alice, yeah, okay. And then the last thing that is the thing for the crisis setup, it happened in every single episode, just different text. And it was Nash. The door finally opens and then he's sucked in, becomes pariah. So the quote of the episode is Alice saying, "You're not the commander here, Commander." Just thought it was cool that she's whatever. Okay, now on to Supergirl, episode 8, otherwise entitled "The Wrath of Bromicon." So the episode starts off with bringing Alex going to Kara. Remember last episode she was frozen. But if you're watching these in repetition, that means you've already been here. Lena is at Mount Newgary. Newgary. They pronounce it weird in the show. It's not my fault. Then Kara goes there, and then the guns are filled with kryptonite, and so she's like, "No, stop!" But then Lena stops the cannons. Tessa Mac batteries to... Okay, Tessa Mac battles to lead Leviathan. Kara tells Alex about Lena and how Lena stopped the cannons from firing at me with kryptonite. And so yeah, she's a good person. And Alex just doesn't see it. Threat is Ramakan and Lena, but not really. John brings Malefic to the DEO and is like, "No, he's on our side." And so he wants to clash. They want to clash Myriad with Malefic's Q-Waves. And Ramkhan and Andrea talk about destroying the world. Andrea wants to do one last job, and then she's out of Leviathan. Then there's a hologram. Then they were like, "Hey, Brainy, can you get me in there with a hologram?" And so then there's a hologram conversation with Lena to try to tell her that you're doing the wrong thing, Lena. Alex helps Kara through the Lena problem, but then is still like treating her as a villain. Yeah, Myriad is ready to launch, but when they were doing the hologram conversation, they were like, "Let's insert a bug into the little Myriad thing," and so yeah. John and Kara talk about betrayal. Malefic is the key to stopping Lena, and he has to risk death. Andrea warns the DEO about Ramakan is like, "Ramakan, he's gonna destroy the world," and then gets sucked back in. Oh yeah, he has a staff of shadow powers too, so he wants to Ramakan wants to recreate Pompeii times 10,000. I probably didn't put the right zeros, but whatever. Hope wants to sacrifice herself. Who's Hope? Oh, Hope, the robot. Hope wants to sacrifice herself to hack the little satellites to get the machine back up and rolling. Okay, so the thing is back up and ready to launch Myriad. Increase Malefic's power to turn off inhibitors. Yeah. and the super volcano is ready, but then Ramakan gets stopped at some point, and Hope took the blame for Lena, and is like, there's only one last thing you gotta do, and then yeah, and then the last thing is Alex apologizes to Kara. John sends Malefic to Megan, and then Monitor appears to John and is like, "You passed your test. In Elseworlds, I saw that you thought you were blamed from leaving your home Mars, but no, it was leaving your brother. It was finding faith in your brother all along." So that was his test. And then he also appears to Lex, and Monitor goes up to him and is like, "You can now be the hero you've always wanted to be. I've always been the hero." And then he was like, "But there's one more thing we got to talk about. My sister." So yeah. And then so the quote is Lena saying, "Who needs friends if you can save the world?" Missions: Kara is stop Ramakan and Lena. Ramakan is cause Pompeii 2.0. And then Alex's mission is also stop Lena. Ramakan. Right. If I did say it already. Alright. Now on to Flash. Episode 8. Last Temptation of Barry Allen. Part 2. Alright. So the episode starts off with Cisco, Frost, and Iris waking up from Barry's run out of the room, and then they turn on the Star Labs defense, but then Cisco comes out with a photon emitter which could destroy Ramsey's infection on the people and him. Ramsey is spreading there's a zombie at Cecile's place, but before that, Camilla comes in and is like, do you have Wi-Fi? And then there's a zombie. Joe finally sees Dark Flash. They're calling Dark Flash, not Negative Flash, so last episode. Don't pay, go back there. I think I said Dark Flash. Got it? Okay. There's power out everywhere. Nash must... Okay, so this is before he does the whole boop, 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 boop button pressing. Nash must bow down to the monitor. Cecile feels fear from the zombies, and so then Camilla is like, you're like a zombie detector. And then Cisco and Iris disagree. And yeah, Iris goes to talk to Dark Flash. And after that, and he's vibrating his hand, but then he's like, nope. And then there's 4 hours till the crossover. So the whole span of this next little segment is 4 hours. Joe and Frost versus some zombies. Camilla and Cecile sneaky time. It's one cut too, and so when they went through a door, they had to wait for the whole camera guy to come in, because when they were acting like they were pushing the door away, but it was just a really bad one shot. Ramsey wants Star Labs to cure the whole city. Just Caitlin talks to Frost like, there's only one thing you gotta do and I can't do it, so you gotta do it. So yeah. Zombies versus Nash. There's a bunch, so there's one zombie down there, but then he's like, run away, but then it won't work, and then there's a bunch of zombies coming in, so, but yeah. Cisco realizes Barry is because, so Cisco used the thing, but it failed, and then, so, yeah, Joe got hurt, and so that's why, she had to go back there, and she was freaking out, and so, I gotta backtrack a whole lot. So when Frost and Joe were fighting some zombies, Joe got hit, and so then, where does this take place? Oh, wait, no. Then Allegra's there, and then beats a zombie down and then lifts him up. And then Cisco comes and hits him with the photon blast. No. First they get him back there. They sit him down and then they help him. And then Cisco goes use his machine on Ramsey. And then Dark Flash just hits him out of the way. And then he's like, I knew I found the right man. Well, Ramsey said that. And so then, now we're back at Star Labs, and Cisco realizes that Barry is communicating through Ramsey. And then, so they lowered the device's defenses because Barry's like, let the light in, or whatever, something like that. So now there's zombies in Star Labs. UVs cure zombies, so ultraviolet. So Allegra stops. So he puts a little drop of blood in the thing, so when the things collide, it'll cure the whole city. Allegra stops the collision, and then the UVs hit everyone, so everyone's cured in the city. So Bloodwork gets all pissed off, and he becomes Big Bloodwork, which was super cool. And I'm sad that it wasn't for longer. I wish Big Bloodwork was in longer for the episode, but CGI is a big budget on the Flash, or is a low budget on the Flash. And so, because Flash has to be using it for speed. So, Barry shows Ramsey a message from his mom, and it was like, you can be... You were born to heal. It was something like that. Team goodbyes to Barry after that whole thing. And then red skies appear. And then the whole Nash thing again. The threat, it was Bloodwork. Ralph's mission, to zombify the city. Team Flash's mission is save the city and stop Ramsey. Camilla and Cecile's mission was escape the building. They escaped the building, by the way. Don't think I mentioned that. And then the quote is Iris saying, "You're not saving lives, Ramsey. You're destroying what makes one beautiful." Dude, I think I found the best quotes for these episodes. Yeah, Arrow, episode 7, otherwise entitled Purgatory. The threat is Ferris. He came back he's the Flashback Season 1 villain. Oliver's mission is to complete the mission. William's mission is to make the weapon, and Team Arrow's mission is to stop Ferris. Opening monologue from Season 1, and basically recapping everything that has led up to this moment. There's energy on the weapon, on the island, from explosion, from when it got blown up. And so that's why they're on the island, is because they need to use the energy on the island to power the machine, basically. Oliver tells kids about his fate. Diggle and Lila talk about secrets. Second team, Roy, Renee, and Diana are coming to the island to bring the plutonium, but then they got shot down by Ferris. Oliver is glad Laurel's here, so Diggle, Lila, and Connor go to the crash site and try to find them, while Oliver and Laurel go find the plutonium. William is making the weapon, and so Mia's there to protect him. And so then they do a little bit of smart talk with Mia and William, and then Connor, Lila, and Diggle do some family talking. Flashbacks villain from Season 1, Ferris, and Yada Faye are alive, and later in the episode we figure out that the energy on the island brought them back alive. Like, what? Roy is stuck under some landing gear, and so they couldn't get it off of him, so they had to cut his arm off. All I wanted was for him not to die, and I'm glad he's not dead. I just hope he appears in episode 9. Because episode 9 is crossover. But anyway, Mia doesn't want to lose her father, and so Ferris knows about the weapon. That's why they're trying to stop him and get the weapon from him. Oliver and Yadafe get trapped. Oliver needs to activate the so Oliver, they get out, and Yadafe get out of the traps. Oliver goes back to the base and is like, "We got to finish this now. So suit up." That was his final suit up, and so, hey gosh, and then so they all get there at night. They all stand really cool, and then so they do a really cool fighting sequence. But then William finishes the machine and is like, has to be touch activated, and so Oliver needs to activate the device. But he gets there, he touches the machine, but it doesn't work. But Lila's there, and so they're like, "You gotta touch it." And then so she does touch it, and it works. So then the dead people disappear, and then Lila leaves. Oliver talks to Diana and Renee and said, "Thank you for keeping me sane," or something like that. William tries to give Roy and Oliver the reconnecting stone thing, majigger. Oliver's goodbyes to William and Diggle, and then Oliver goes to the graves, and Mia's there, and then they catch up on things, and then the Red Skies appear again, and Lila comes to tell Oliver and Mia that the crisis has started. And so the quote is Oliver saying, "Every mission has an end," because that's the final act. That's the last real episode of Arrow with the character that is Arrow. You know what I mean? Anyways, hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, please leave a big like down below. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe. Peace.